I hope it's a adoptive kind of, like you would say, empty nesters, whatever.
All I hope is that they've picked a fucking lane and they stay in it.
But why are you touching her leg?
Either she's your adoptive daughter or you guys are doing it. Please don't let those mix.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
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 What's going on, everybody? I'm Nick, and this is my lovely wife and co-host, Miranda.
Hello.
If you're new to the channel, welcome. We hope you enjoy the shit show, and welcome to the Am I the Asshole Files. This is a new weekly episode that we're introducing that will be released every Friday starting April 10th. It's 4 back-to-back Am I the Asshole stories for all you fucking chismosas out there. And just so our regular new ranters are aware, this is a big week for the Ranting Podcast. We're introducing a new release schedule.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Tuesdays are our regular The Rant Files episode that include 2 Am I the Asshole stories, Rant or Rave, Maybe It's Not That Bad, and a weekly feel-good story. The last Wednesday of every month is our monthly Rants on the Rocks episode, where Miranda does a retelling and review of various media like documentaries, movies, books, etc. We're hoping to make this a weekly episode if we can get some feedback on if you guys want to see them more often, but that's up for, I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. It's not going to be this week. It's going to be next week.
Yeah.
Or the week after. Whatever. I have 2 weeks left.
Yes.
After April 15th.
That's right.
Then it's up for discussion.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. At the end of tax season.
Yes.
Thursdays is our new Reality Rants episode, where we're going to cover the reality TV show The House of Villains, which is available on Peacock. This show is a mix of reality drama, which is Miranda's wheelhouse, and random competitions, which is my wheelhouse. So we'll use our shared love of drama and competition to talk some shit on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
And like I said, Fridays will be our the Am I the Asshole Files. So we got a lot of shit going on, and we're super excited to start kicking out more episodes for you guys. Anything you want to
add? That fucking name.
What name?
Am I the asshole?
I like it. It sets a very clear definition between, or difference between the Rant Files and Am I the Asshole Files. Okay. I like it. Anything you want to add?
I don't think so. I'm super excited. Wait, when is this one coming out?
This
Friday.
One?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
So hopefully everybody tuned in for reality. Yeah. Hopefully you guys liked it.
Yeah. It may take a little bit of time to get some traction because it's going to be new for the channel.
Yeah.
But I think as long as we use the right tags and kind of let people know that it's coming out and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I mean it's a popular show.
We're just here to fuck around.
Yeah.
So
pretty much.
Let's have some fun. Yeah.
Okay. So now that we got all that out of the way, let's dive right into this week's Am I the Asshole Files.
Woo!
So this story is titled, Am I the Asshole for Being Weirded Out by My Parents' New Friend? So long story short, my parents are in their 60s. In the last few months, they've befriended a girl who works in the same area as they do, a 20-year-old female named April. At first, it seemed more like a work friendship relationship, and they're in the same sort of area they talk/hang out. She'd bring them things she bakes. She's taking some sort of baking course, so she's always giving them her leftovers from assignments. At first, it was April bringing them things to work, and then this turned into April going places with them after work. Then it turned into April driving out of the way by 40 minutes to visit them at their home. My parents also, for some reason, tried to set this girl up with my nephew, who's the same age. He completely shut that down pretty quickly, as he's not her type at all, despite my parents really trying to push it on him. Okay, that's great. A new friend is exciting, albeit the age difference is a little bizarre. Maybe they're giving her a bit more attention, fine. I go over there with my nephew one night a few weeks ago. April is there. Another time, my wife and I drop by without warning. April is there. I video call my parents randomly throughout the week, and she always seems to be around. At work or outside of work, oh, say hi to April. Suddenly she appears. Well, the straw that broke the camel's back was that my parents were having the whole family over for Easter today, and you guessed it, April was there. Not only that, but the whole night was basically about her. April did this, April did that. I don't think my parents spoke more than 10 words to anyone else in the room. It was super awkward for everyone involved. She stayed all night. My boy actually opened his Easter basket in the corner of the room whilst my parents were in convo with April. This normally would have been something they'd make a big deal out of. maybe bring it out, pay attention to him for a bit while he opens the gifts. They got him. Not today. Weird comments being made. My mom was talking about a gift she's going to ask for as a birthday gift. All of her kids can pitch in on. April explained, guess I'm unadopted. Something about how she's collecting daggers because they're easy to stab people with and the wound won't heal. That we'll come back to because that's very confusing how they add that in here. Anyways, I spoke to my parents when April left and explained to them that having her over during family functions makes it awkward. But they didn't want to hear what I had to say at all. My mom made me out to be the bad guy and told me it's controlling of me to not want her to have friends. That is when my wife chimed in and kind of explained to them that the whole thing is super weird and that it seems like April is just inserting herself. It's freaky how obsessed they've become, and my true crime watching brain is telling me that she's trying to take out life insurance policies on them or something. LMFAO. That's how weird it seems to me. Am I the asshole for being uncomfortable and getting bad vibes from this girl always being around? If you want, we can go back to that one little comment. I almost took that out of it because I didn't want that to take away from the rest of the story.
Do they explain that?
No, that's all they put. So I'll say it again. My mom was talking about a gift she's going to ask for as a birthday gift all of her kids can pitch in on. April explained, guess I'm unadopted. Something about how she's collecting daggers because they're easier to stab people with and the wound won't heal, ? So it seems like the mom was talking about a gift she's going to ask for as a birthday gift all of the kids can pitch in on. And then it seems like, from what OP is saying, is that April kind of got offended because maybe she's not going to be the one pitching in on it because she's not family or whatever. I don't know. The comment, though, is what kind of threw me for a loop. But try to not include that in your verdict because it's very out there. The rest of it, though.
I mean, you're definitely not the asshole. I would be suspicious as fuck as well. That's an interesting pair. I mean, I know age gap friendships exist, but
40 years.
It just seems interesting how it's all playing out and how she's like always around and stuff. And if they were my parents, I would definitely be like, what are you doing? What are you about? Why are you spending so much time alone with them? What are you trying to do? And like, yeah, I mean, if it's not the life insurance policies, like trying to get money out of them or something, like, I don't know. Are they like paying your bills? Are they buying you stuff? Are they?
We don't have that information. But
like, I know, but that's the thinking that I would have about her is that I would be like, what the fuck is going on? Why? What is the appeal in this friendship? Like, let me just try and figure out, is it like, are you guys actually cool and you just have like this weird 40-year gap friendship or there's something like sinister going on? I don't know.
Okay.
Like, am I gonna pull up one day and you're fucking chopped into a bunch of pieces and like she took off with your china? Jesus. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, it's valid. It's a valid concern.
I don't know. Is she gonna talk you into like creating a trust and making her the beneficiary, and I'm not going to find out about it until you're dead. And then she gets everything. We're done. We have no say in it. We have no control over your estate at all or anything. Like, what is happening? Exactly. Yeah. Or like that one movie. I never saw it, but I heard about it. What is I Care a Lot, where she like makes herself like an advocate for people and then ends up like getting them put in homes and shit, and she like takes over their estate. Wow. Like, I think that's the vibe of it, but like something like that, Could be. It doesn't have to be murder. It could be other things.
Just anything with malicious intent. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I will say though that it's a lot more, I mean, because I was even in this kind of situation. Didn't like being home, didn't really have a great home life or whatever. So there was a good friend of mine that he was just a couple houses down, and they became like my adoptive parents. Yeah. Right. So like that wasn't weird because I was never there just like by myself.
Yeah.
It was always like, you know, they were kind of just like, I was like the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which that seems a little more natural to me.
That's what I'm saying,
you know what
though.
I mean? But that was
like,
as a kid.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like, is it like that kind of situation where, you know, like maybe she didn't have that, like the family and stuff at home, and she's like, oh my God, mommy.
But
you know, I don't know.
You should be with people your age.
I mean, yeah, but if you've grown up like being neglected in that way, then you're gonna like veer towards that thing that you've been missing.
Right.
But still, what are you doing?
What do you think about the 40-minute drive?
That's my biggest thing. Because like in your example, you guys are only a couple houses.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Close proximity. I understand that they work together, but now you're going almost an hour out of your way constantly.
They don't work together. They work in the same area.
Oh, okay.
In the last few months, they befriended a girl who works in the same area as they do, a 20-year-old female named April.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So even that makes it weirder, honestly, because I was going to say if you're coworkers, spend a lot of time together. I get that. Like, but still. But
not only do you work together, but then you travel 40 minutes out of your way to go to their house.
Yeah. I'm suspicious
of just malicious intent.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. That's the number one.
Okay.
And then second is like not outright intentionally malicious, but like taking advantage of them. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
And then I would definitely be like, are you guys having like an empty nest? Like, is there a situation here? Are you guys having a fucking crisis?
Like adopting kind of.
Yeah. Okay. Like, is it something because you've not had kids in the house? Do you feel like you finally have someone to take care of again? Like, just help me understand.
Okay.
That's all I'm asking for. Okay. That's all I would want in this situation is like, help me understand why this relationship is beneficial for the both of you, and I'll back the fuck off.
Okay. It sounds like they're already pretty standoffish or defensive about the whole thing, so I don't know how much you would get out of them.
Oh, I'll still be like side-eyeing her. I'll stop sticking my neck in the middle of it, but I'm just saying if those were my parents, I'm going to be in your face like, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay. So what's your verdict?
The OP is not the asshole.
Okay, got it. Was there any other scenarios or any kind of things you want to add before I go into the comments? This one gets a little funky.
So if I've already talked about if they were coworkers, if they'd lived in close proximity together, if they're having the empty nest thing, malicious intent, just taking advantage.
Does that cover everything?
I don't know what other scenario there could be.
So I agree with the verdict. I would agree, not the asshole, especially since it's your parents, and it seems like you do have a decent relationship with them. I would agree that you're not the asshole.
Yeah.
Reddit was split. This one was a little weird because not everyone, typically when we cover these stories, there's always either the comment begins or ends with a verdict. This one was not like that at all. It was very much split. A lot of them said not the asshole, right? But some of them didn't have a verdict at all. But what they were hinting at, what they were guessing, threesomes, which came with no verdict in most posts. And then the malicious intent, which came with a not the asshole verdict in most posts. So we're going to go through a couple comments. The last one being the most gnarliest. And actually, the last one comes with OP response, which is kind of an update because it changes the story a little bit. So the first comment.
I want to take myself out of the place of them being my parents. So you talked about threesomes.
So the first one, I mean, the non-scam version is April doesn't have parents or has really bad parents and attached to your parents, and your parents like the extra attention and meaning April brings. The scammy version is that April is trying to get your parents' money. right? So we kind of covered both of those. That's pretty.
Yeah, that's a pretty broad.
Pretty obvious,
yeah,
right?
those are the two opposite sides of the spectrum, and then everything in between.
That's where I would. That's where I started, right?
Yes.
So the second one is not the asshole. Run a background check on this person. I would be afraid of a criminal. Of a criminal trying to insert themselves into their lives, which again is valid. That's why I agree that OP is not the asshole. Now, where it gets weird. So the comment was not the asshole. This sounds weird. Do you think they're having threesomes? OP's response. See, this is something I seriously thought about because my dad also kept slapping her on the leg when talking or like touching her knee. This and that apparently is what my brother told me after the fact, but I don't know. Might not be that deep. It's possible, obviously, he liked having a younger female around. Who knows? But my mom was seriously offended and defending having her there hard when I said it made everyone uncomfortable. Let that marinate a second. Touching her leg. I mean, I can't think of another scenario that makes sense other than threesome. Your parents might be fucking April. I mean, it would explain, hearing that part, it would explain everything, especially if a 60-year-old man is like touching her knee.
I would not want to consider that about my parents at all. That would make me delete this post.
I'm glad I caught it before they could, because this is only...
As soon as I saw that, I'd be like, go away. No.
Yeah, this one, yeah. So that's...
I'm not going to lie. I didn't consider that. That was not...
and half of them, honestly, like Reddit was split in half between not the asshole by the first two comments, right? Kind of like the valid suspicions. But then the other half landed right here.
You know what? I'm not surprised.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not surprised.
But also, based on... I feel like the OP's response to that should have been in the post. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because that's a game changer.
Now that they said it, you're like...
For the story. Because my dad also kept slapping her on the leg when talking. So I'm guessing like not like a violent, you know, like a hitting.
Yeah,
but kind of like, you know, like you're talking and like you're, exactly. Yeah. And like touching her knee. It's like, there's a 40-year-old, there's a 40-year gap, and you're touching. Any touch is a little weird, especially when your wife is sitting right there. But then if your wife doesn't say anything.
If the three of them are comfortable with that.
It would explain why they're always together. April's always there. She's driving 40 minutes out of her way, one way, to hang out with them. She's there for family things, family functions. My only thing, the thing that I actually just thought of that makes it, I mean, this is a very weird story, but one of the things that makes it even more weird is her comment. Guess I'm unadopted. So that makes it seem like you're kind of feeling like you're a child, an adopted child to these people.
Yeah, you got to pick a lane.
If your father is touching your leg.
You need to pick one. You need to pick one.
I'm just saying.
Nah.
April sounds like she could be trouble.
Nah. You, listen. If you guys want to swing, you want to get into your polyamory, you want to do whatever you want to do, that's one thing. But you need to pick a fucking lane between those two. Because that is...
When you clip this for a short, you should include the story and OP's response to get a full picture.
Yeah,
because that should be. But I didn't want to add that. I was going to add that as like an update or even like part of it. But then
glad you didn't.
You would have never gotten there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That would have forced you to get there.
Yeah.
And I just wanted it to happen naturally. But so Reddit was split in half. Not the asshole, obviously. I think that OP has a valid concern, but it would explain why the parents are so defensive.
Yeah. OP, if you just so happen to see this, I need a fucking update. I need to know, is this your sister? Or are they fucking...
Stepsister?
And not the Pornhub kind.
Oh, Jesus. I think this is... I hope It's a adoptive kind of, like you would say, empty nesters,
All
whatever.
I hope is that they've picked a fucking lane and they stay in it.
But why are you touching
Either
her leg?
she's your adoptive daughter or you guys are doing it. Please don't let those mix.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
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 But I agree that OP is not the asshole. Valid concern with all of this. But now it brings up new concerns.
I need you to update us, OP. I have to know. I'm going to be thinking about this for days.
If this story gets, some attention and people want some updates, I'll reach out to OP myself and be like, hey.
I'm requesting that you reach out to OP.
Like, what's the update?
I'm voting on behalf of everybody. I need to know.
Oh, God. I wonder if this one's going to catch fire on Instagram.
I fucking hope so. We need some kind of incentive for them to give us an update. You just got to see. I got to know.
You got to be careful with how you kind of introduce the story, because if you do the story and then you go straight to that response, everybody's just going to be, but I don't know.
God.
Valid question. Oh. All right, time for our second Am I the Asshole?
Next.
So this story is titled, Am I the Asshole for Lying to My Family About How Much Money I Have? For context, I'm 19 female and grew up in an extremely poor family with my mom, aunt, and grandma. We are a very small family, and although things have moderately improved, everyone is still lower class. I went to UNI at 17 and started receiving student loans. My aunt started asking me for loans regularly. While I lived with my mom, I paid around $400 a month for rent and helped out with things like car insurance. I had to move out at 18 due to constant arguing and strains on my mental health, and since then, she has also occasionally been asking for loans. After I moved out, I got a part-time minimum wage job to help with the rent and my car. And while I'm not great at saving, I've been trying to put away small amounts each month with the hopes of saving for a deposit on a house. At one point, my mom confessed to me she had maxed out her credit cards, and I ended up emptying my savings, both helping her and giving my aunt loans of $200 plus at a time, some of which I never saw back. After this, I told them I wouldn't be able to help them so much anymore. Except recently, they ended up back in the exact same situation. I've replenished a good amount of my savings, but after a long talk with my grandma, who has also been giving them loans, she urged me to keep my savings private. So for the last 6 months, I've still given them smaller amounts, telling them that's all I can afford. Last week, my aunt was helping me with something on my laptop, and I had left open a statement from my savings account. She blew up at me over lying, and when my mom found out, she did the same, saying if I can afford things like my tattoos, the club, and other non-essentials, then I should be able to afford helping my family out. Neither of them have talked to me for over a week, saying that I've turned my back on the family so they can do the same. I feel so guilty, but I'm so tired of helping them out of a situation that they keep returning to. Am I supposed to never enjoy myself because they can't get out of debt? Am I just being selfish here?
How much money have you saved in the past week?
Oh, with them being gone, maybe.
That is the number one question you need to ask yourself, OP. How much money
That's true.
have you saved in the past week? Think about that and then ask yourself if you're still selfish.
You want the question again?
Yeah.
Okay, am I the asshole for lying to my family about how much money I have?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. That's a valid question too. How much money have you saved in the last week?
Yeah, that right there. Let them continue to punish you.
Yeah.
Oh no, you get to save more money. It's too bad.
I mean, it's fair though.
Yeah, absolutely not the asshole. You are doing more than you need to by even helping them. And the fact that they feel so comfortable treating you this way after you've been helping them is all the more reason for you to cut it off completely. I mean, the reason why they keep ending up in these same situations is because you keep helping them.
Exactly.
They know that they have you to fall back on. So why change what they've been doing? And also, when you borrow money to like friends and family, don't ever expect it back. Like that's never a loan. It's a gift. So if you get it back, cool. Don't expect it back because chances are not going to get it. That's just the way that I approach things. So I would never like borrow money if I know like, oh, I'll be fine not getting this
Well, if
back.
you know that their credit card's maxed out too, then.
Well, I know, but that's all I'm saying is like, that's just my personal philosophy. If I'm okay with not being able to get it back, then sure, I'll borrow it to you. But I'm not going to count on getting it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And another thing I want to point out too is that these are grown-ass adults. And not to say if you're 19, you're not a grown-ass adult. I don't mean that. But like there's a difference between a 19-year-old adult and like a 40-some fucking adult.
That's what I was going to say is like you've had so much time ahead of her. It's a her, right? Female, did they say?
Yeah, 19 female.
Okay, yeah. So you've had so much time ahead of her. She's just now like getting started and getting out there. And you're going to be like, great, now you can help us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What? Like she's just barely starting to figure shit out. Now she's like, it's legally required of her to figure shit out for herself. Mm-hmm. And now you're going to be like, oh, thank God you're not our responsibility anymore. You can help us.
And also, she's not like, it seems like she's doing good, obviously, right? Living her life. But it says that she got a minimum wage job. Mm-hmm. And then she's not only supporting herself, but now she's supporting you guys.
Yeah.
On minimum wage. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's crazy how instead of being like, oh my God, like I understand if you were already poor or whatever, and then you had a child that you had to care for, but like you made your fucking bed. When they move out, you shouldn't look at it as like, oh, thank God they can help us now. If anything, if they're, providing for themselves, be like, okay, that's one less mouth that we have to feed. We can try and like, put this money elsewhere. I don't know. Or maybe even help her or I don't know.
Yeah.
Just, it should never turn into.
It absolutely should be the other way around.
Oh, definitely. But it should never be like, oh, thank God you're not my responsibility. Now you can help.
Yeah.
Like, that's not how that works.
I wouldn't give you shit.
So, yeah, you're not the asshole at all. And, like, keep lying to them, honestly.
And also, how did this come to me supporting two people? Not only myself, but, like, you two. The aunt and the mom.
That's what I'm saying.
Go get a fucking job.
It's like, there's all of this. Yeah. And just the fact that they're mad at you for trying to like protect yourself and get your savings together. And that like when you've been helping them, they're just so ungrateful and all they see is they just see you as money. That's it.
That's it.
So
an ATM.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a good point though, because I think, and the more we cover these stories, the more, I mean, we preach the same thing, protect your peace and all that kind of stuff and your boundaries and all that kind of stuff. But with this, I think more people need to normalize cutting off family.
Oh, yeah. I think it is getting more normalized in general. But especially like this. Like
they're the first people to abuse. I
mean, they very clearly have taken it from like appreciating your help to expecting you to support them. And like, they're taking advantage of you.
100%.
And I think, let them continue to not speak to you. And then even if they do start talking to you again, keep lying. Who fucking cares?
This might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't really care. But it blows my mind how the concept of you just being born means that you owe everything you've ever done in your life to your parents. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah,
like you are fucking dumb for thinking that. No one should, because just because I was born doesn't mean you did fuck all to get me to where I am today. And this person, like the OP, she went to UNI?
No, I think it's uni.
Oh, uni?
Yeah, like university.
Oh, I thought it was like, okay, so he's still a university, right? But still at 17. Mm-hmm. Like that's impressive, right?
Yeah.
And I think that it doesn't sound like your family did anything to get you there, right? That was all you, all of your hard work and studying and all that kind of stuff. And they're the first people that are gonna be like, oh, well, you owe us everything for that. Because I was born?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my face.
I don't believe in that at all. I don't subscribe to that way of thinking. I don't I don't preach that. I don't.
I like that.
I don't preach that to our kids either. I don't think I've ever, in a non-joking manner, been like, you owe me. I don't even think I've ever even like said
Not
that
even
to
joking.
them,
No.
honestly.
No.
Just because I think that's
makes no sense.
dumb. They didn't like, as a child, you don't choose to be here. Like your parents are the ones that made the choice to bone, and then I don't know what.
And then,
And then
not how a baby is made.
No, but close enough. But they're the ones that chose to do it. If you didn't want to have a child to be responsible for, you should have had a schmishmortion.
Yeah.
If you couldn't afford that, how the fuck did you think you were going to afford a kid?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But also, why is that decision? Why you making that decision? Why am I indebted to you for life?
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's
right.
like and it doesn't make sense. There's no way in there that argument has ever made sense to me, because then they're like, oh, you owe me because I did this and that. You did what you were legally obligated to do. And at that, you probably did a bare fucking minimum.
Yeah, 100%.
So I don't feel like I owe you much of anything.
Huge favors
I feel like I'm here in spite of you, not because of you.
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
Maybe because of you biologically, but in spite of you, like, otherwise.
Exactly.
You know?
I mean, that's a good point, though.
Yeah, that's why I have never agreed with that saying, like any kind of saying around that or anything. I've always thought that shit was so stupid. It's very manipulative and controlling.
Exactly. And that's how stories like this are made.
Yeah.
Is because of that way of thinking.
Exactly.
Like, I don't owe you fucking anything.
You know what, OP? Keep lying to them. Whether you guys get through this or not, keep lying your ass off. You will be better for it.
I think you just cut them off at this point.
Oh, absolutely. If they continue
honestly,
to not talk to you, then just like act sad about it, but like go live your life.
This is a natural break that you can just lean on. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to do anything to break the relationship. They've done it for you.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying is act like you're upset about it, because they probably like that. So it might push it out a little bit further.
I don't even fucking care. Just cut them off and don't go back, because these people are toxic.
Yeah.
So what's your verdict?
Not the asshole.
Okay, mine as well, obviously.
Yeah.
The verdict on Reddit was obviously not the asshole. And I have the top 3 comments. Imagine how embarrassed you'd be at their age relying on a 19-year-old to get you by in life. They should be ashamed, not the asshole, which we touched on that. Not the asshole. Look up financial/economic abuse. It doesn't matter if their ask is reasonable. You are not responsible for them. In fact, you are starting your life. If anything, they should help you. It's selfish of them to expect help from someone who is merely starting in life, which is exactly what we said.
Yeah.
The third one, last one, keep bailing them out. They will never learn. You will be broke. They don't give a fuck about you. Wash, rinse, repeat.
100%.
Cut them off.
Yeah, that's the only way. Like, that's what I'm saying, though. Why don't you, if you're really feeling, anytime you feel upset about it or selfish, compare bank statements from the time that you're no contact with them to the time that you are full contact with them. See how much money you've saved in between those two. That, anytime you think about how sad you feel about it, think about that dollar amount and how much it will accumulate to over time.
And also, this is the story that's said about the mental health, right? Was that this one or the last one?
I don't know.
She moved out because of mental health and
arguing and everything. That's another thing too.
Right there. Like nothing good is coming in this relationship. Like just cut it.
Yeah.
Just fucking cut it.
Yeah.
Nothing good comes of this.
I definitely, no.
We can never talk again and I'd be just fine.
Yeah.
With this kind of fucking,
I mean, if you're going to continue that kind of treatment, absolutely.
It's not gonna stop.
Yeah. So hopefully you can.
This would be sisters, right? Maybe a dumb question. I always get that fucked up. But it's the aunt and the mom.
Probably.
So that would be most likely sisters.
Probably.
So like the sisters are tag teaming the daughter.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, you need to fucking run. All right, time for our third Am I the Asshole? So this story is titled, Am I the Asshole for Excluding My Fiancé's Niece from Our Wedding? This one I think this one's gonna catch fire.
Okay.
My fiance, 25 male, and I, 25 female, are getting married in October of this year, and we just finished getting our guest list figured out and sending out save the dates. The problem is that back in January, my fiance mentioned to his mom, dad, brother, and sister-in-law that we are considering having his niece, 4 female, be the flower girl. This is something we had discussed previously, but I hadn't fully made up my mind on it yet. However, he took me not saying not to tell them we were considering this as an all clear from me to say something. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. We ended up deciding to have a child-free wedding, but we felt bad about rescinding the flower girl role from fiance's niece. So we decided to see if it would be okay having her attend the ceremony and have her be with a babysitter during the reception. Fiance called sister-in-law to ask this, and she kept asking what the reason was, what reason we had to exclude her daughter from our day. Every answer my fiance gave, she would refute and say that's not a good enough reason. He also said that we know multiple people and companies in the area that will be happy to watch her, but was told that they need to meet the sitter beforehand and make sure the niece gets along with them beforehand, and they won't have time to do that, so that option wouldn't work. Eventually, he just said I would text her to clear things up. I sent sister-in-law a text the next day explaining that we are very sorry to make things confusing or awkward, but that we didn't want to have kids at the reception because there would be an open bar and people would be getting drunk and dancing in ways that might not be appropriate for a young girl to see. We also said that it may cause issues with my side of the family, many of whom have kids that aren't going to be able to attend, for us to make an exception for her. I left it off by saying that we are very sorry if all this means that niece can't attend, but I hope brother and sister-in-law still attend and have a great time. She responded saying she thought it was weird to exclude a member of my wedding party from the reception, but it's our wedding, so it's whatever. A few hours later, fiance's dad called saying that he was very disappointed and upset we were excluding a close member of the family and told us we couldn't understand what it's like to have kids and how asking them to leave their child with a stranger is wrong. Every person we have talked to in fiance's family is on brother and sister-in-law's side, and everyone in my family is on our side. So am I the asshole for excluding my future niece from our wedding? There's a TLDR. What is that again?
Too long didn't read.
Okay. You want me to read that right now? Or?
Sure.
Okay. Fiance mentioned his niece being flower girl at our wedding before we decided to have a child-free wedding. Now everyone is upset. We want to exclude her from the reception. I don't know if that really adds anything. That was pretty much already covered.
I mean, yeah, that would have annoyed the shit out of me. But I mean, honestly, that always annoys me.
Which part?
But like roping people into plans when nothing's been set in stone or anything like that.
Okay.
Or announcing what you've been talking about when nothing's been set. Because like shit like this happens that you mention something once and people fucking run with it. If you're still in the planning phase of things, shut up.
My only note though,
or make it clear that like you're still thinking about it. No, I know that's what I'm saying. So I get where she's coming from with her initial frustration.
Right.
But also like you're not even fully excluding her. You said that she could still be a part of the ceremony. It's just the reception, and that you had a very good reason for her not being included. It's going to be a bunch of adults getting drunk and like, yeah. Kids don't really need to be at weddings, honestly. I mean, depending on like what the atmosphere is going to be and stuff, there's not really a place for them. A lot of times kids just get bored with weddings. Like, yeah, they like to run around and stuff, but there's also been times when like, have you seen those videos where they're like in the middle of their first dance and kids start fucking running around in the middle of it? Like, there's plenty of reasons why people don't want to have kids at their wedding. So, and they're the ones paying for it. So yeah, if you don't want anybody there that could potentially ruin it, I get it.
I think that makes sense. My biggest thing though is I think the recommendation for strangers to do it is not okay. I can understand from somebody that doesn't have kids. But that would be my only kind of red flag with this whole thing is like, you didn't have to, like, I wouldn't trust strangers with our kids.
No, 100%.
But you can still hire somebody that's not going to the wedding to watch your kids. Somebody you're comfortable with.
That's what I was going to say is that like, I I understand that from their point of view, they're probably just like, oh, we're offering a solution. You don't have that like parental aspect of it.
Exactly.
I get that. I still think that they were well-meaning in that suggestion. But yeah, for the sister-in-law that's like, oh, we don't have time to do that. You probably do, because it sounds like they're still in the planning process. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like
the planning process
there's a solution of planning the wedding. Like, there's still time to find somebody or like figure something
for sure. It's
out.
in October.
So like you're just making excuses. Like you're making the situation more difficult. The sister-in-law is, because like OP is trying to like, okay, well she can be here for the ceremony and then this and then like, okay, well what about this and then what about that? Or, you know, like trying to offer up solutions. And she's like, well, that's not a good enough excuse. We don't have enough time for that. Then don't go to the fucking wedding.
I like the perspective. That's definitely how I was thinking. But also what do you think of the husband? Or the groom, I guess, at this point?
I would be annoyed with him.
Why?
Because shut up.
What do you mean, shut up?
Stop talking about our plans yet. Look.
Oh, so you mean in the beginning when he actually mentioned that they were thinking about...
Yeah, I mean, after that, I'd be like, anything that we talk about from here on out, shh.
Oh, okay.
You shut your mouth.
Okay, that covers the first little part, but what about the rest of the story? Was there anything that stood out to you that maybe
he messaged the sister-in-law, or he talked to the sister-in-law, right?
Yes.
And he had said, like, that's when he initially tried to say that they were...
Every answer my fiance gave, she would refute and say that's not a good enough reason. So that's one thing I want to point out. 2, eventually he just said that I would text her to clear things up.
Yeah, that's annoying too. See...
So not only did you say that you were planning on including the 4-year-old, right, the niece.
Yeah.
But then you for some reason, and this is just my perspective, right, is that your every answer my fiance gave, she would refute and say that's not a good enough reason. I don't need to convince you of shit. This is the way it's going to be. This is our wedding. I don't need to fucking convince you of anything.
Yeah.
This is what it is. So that would be number 2. And then number 3 is eventually he just said that I would text her to clear things up.
That would...
You're the brother. This is your sister. Why is your...
That would annoy me
wife
even more. Wasn't that...
Texting
I thought
your
it was
sister.
his... Oh, I thought it was his brother's
fiance
wife.
called sister-in-law.
Isn't that his brother's wife, though? Or is that his sister?
That's his sister, it sounds like, yeah, to ask this. And she kept asking what reason we had to exclude her daughter from our day. Every answer my fiance gave, she would refute and say that's not a good enough
all the more
reason.
reason.
So why are you going to, like, that's your sister.
So,
that's your
I was going to say, if that's your brother's wife, then why aren't you having this conversation with your brother?
Your brother's wife.
And then, because that's what I initially thought, was that it was the groom's brother's wife.
It's just sister-in-law. So it would be
I know
his sister.
That's what I thought. Well, I don't know that
okay.
you can. That's also a sister-in-law.
Okay.
So if it was that, then I was like, you should have it between the groom and the brother. If it is his sister, then still it needs to be between you and your sister. Like, why are
this
you?
Is his sister. Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you putting it off on the bride to be like, oh, will you clear this up? I wouldn't have anything to clear up if you'd have shut the fuck up in the first place.
Well. Yes,
I know. I keep coming back to it.
But no,
I'm
that's a good point though.
Yeah.
Because like you should have, but I can see how that would have, because I can appreciate the mistake by accidentally, because like stuff that we talk about, right? You know, we're planning a wedding or whatever, and then like I get excited about it, and I'm like, oh, we're considering, because he even says we're considering having his niece be the flower girl. He's just excited. So yes, he shouldn't have done that, right? But everything after, so that kind of started this whole thing off, which I acknowledge. But the rest of it is like, you need to fucking stop doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, stop trying to negotiate.
Yeah.
Lay your fucking foot down and tell them this is the way. Like this is what's happening, right?
Yeah.
You can either come or not come. It's up to you, right?
Yeah.
That, and then also, since you didn't do that and you're in this fucking negotiation phase for some fucking reason, now you're gonna pass it off to your spouse, the
fiance.
The fiance.
Yeah.
To handle it for you. It's like, what the fuck?
All of that would very much irritate me. I wouldn't be happy with any of them. I'd be like, either we can elope or I'm calling it off because I don't want to do this anymore.
It's fair.
Like, you guys are already taking all the fucking fun out of this for me.
For real.
I don't even want to do it anymore.
But I think your original point, though, was really what, like the nail in the coffin, I guess you could say, is like, it's your wedding.
Exactly.
It's your day.
Yes.
You
At
decide.
the end of the day,
You're
it doesn't
paying for
really,
it.
it really doesn't matter why, like, whether she's arguing about it. You just don't have to go.
We want you there.
I don't know.
But, like,
I mean,
this
yeah,
isn't a
but
negotiation.
there's things.
They're even trying to meet halfway, which I think you hit on too, with the niece being the flower girl for the
for the ceremony.
and then you need to go somewhere else for the reception because shit's gonna get weird.
Yeah, so like I don't. There's no, especially if you know that she's gonna be the only kid there. Why would you want her to be there so you don't have to find a babysitter?
That's another
You're being selfish. You're way more focused on you going and having a good time with other adults. And so what? You can end up probably pawning her off on her grandparents at the end of the night so you can also go get drunk.
Maybe.
Leave her with a fucking babysitter so she can be at home in peace.
Yeah, and I mean, like, no, like you said, the other side, the fiancé side, the woman's side, OP, I guess.
Yeah.
Her family's not even coming, or the kids aren't even coming.
Exactly.
So why would you be excluded from that rule?
Yeah, it's just, there's so much. You're not the asshole, OP. Sister-in-law's dumb.
Okay, so what's your verdict?
Not the asshole. What was the question?
This one is, am I the asshole for excluding my fiance's niece from our wedding?
No, you're not the asshole because you're not even completely excluding her.
Okay, that's interesting. Verdict was split pretty evenly. From what I saw, it was you're the asshole, not the asshole, and everyone sucks here. Oh. I saw all of them. Okay. So the first one, not the asshole, eventually, so this was split into like two different parts, the single comment. First, it was not the asshole, and then it was quoted. Eventually, he just said, I would text her to clear things up. And then this person, this commenter, is commenting on that. Now, fuck this. He's the one who opened this can of worms. Why is he passing damage control off to you? This is his sister, and it's his fault the problem exists. He should be the one dealing with it.
Yeah.
The second one is everyone sucks here. It's okay to have a child-free wedding. It's also completely reasonable that someone would not want to leave their 4-year-old with a stranger. Sometimes not inviting children means some adults won't be able to come. Yeah. She's wrong for continuing to argue, but you're giving her stupid reasons. The reason it's child-free is because you don't want kids there. That's what you should tell her, not try to convince her that your wedding will be inappropriate.
Yeah, I mean, truly, yeah,
which is really more on. I mean, I guess they both did it because then when she actually contacts sister-in-law, she's still kind of
I'm sure that you feel like you have to over-explain and give more legitimate reasons.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, no is a complete sentence. If you said no, it's going to be child-free, then the answer is fucking no.
Funny.
So
that was actually one of the comments. I don't think I got that one.
Oh, really?
But that very thing. No is a complete sentence.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's true though. I mean, it's your wedding. It's your event. You're the one that's planning it. You're the one that's paying for it. You set the rules. That's what it is.
Yeah. So the third one, here's the thing. You don't have reasons for wanting you do have reasons for wanting a child-free wedding and even reasons for excluding your niece. The kid's mother doesn't understand that, and that's fine. She doesn't have to understand. Your reason for exclusion are reasons for you. They don't have to be reasons that anyone else understands. They don't even have to know them. The reasons should be none of their concern. Have a great wedding.
Yeah.
Right there.
Bottom line.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought it was interesting to see everyone sucks here, though.
Yeah, that was.
Because, I guess, I mean, I can kind of see that, though, because, like, the groom, like, the bride, they're all kind of, the sister-in-law, they're all kind of in their own way, But, like, at the end of the day, I think you're not the asshole.
Yeah, that's my ultimate verdict. Yeah.
I even saw, there was a couple that said, you're the asshole, but I didn't agree with them at all, and I didn't think they were even a really good comment, so I didn't even include them. But the not the asshole and everyone sucks here were the most.
The people saying you're the asshole are probably the people that would be like sister-in-law. They're like, why can't I bring my cat?
Maybe. I think maybe they were just caught on the fact that they were recommending like a stranger. But you have to understand they don't have kids, so they don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is that I don't think that was like, oh, we don't care about your kid. Get some stranger to watch her. Like, I really think that they're like, okay, here's some reputable services or something. They're trying to offer a solution.
Exactly.
It doesn't come off like anything.
I didn't think
negligent.
so either. No,
yeah,
I didn't actually think that until I saw the comments, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, I guess that is kind of weird.
Because when she said like there's people that could watch, I thought she meant like other family members that could watch. That's where my mind immediately went. Yeah. So I don't, because I mean that's what I would immediately suggest.
Exactly,
so
family.
That's why.
But I guess it would be kind of an issue if like it's a wedding or a big event where most of the family is coming. I guess that could be kind of the complexity.
If it's a kid-free wedding and you have like older cousins or something, then like it could be like, hey, you want to make some money for the night?
Yeah.
You can't go to the wedding anyway.
Or even somebody that's not really gonna go to the reception. They could always watch them in like a different part of the venue, or I don't know, something like that.
There's all it takes is just trying to figure out a fucking solution. But if you don't want to, then you're never gonna know.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
All right, time for our last Am I the Asshole? So this story is titled, Am I the Asshole for possibly ruining my husband's friend's only chance to get married? My husband has a friend, we'll call him John. His wife recently passed away after a long and difficult illness. Less than a month after her death, he started using dating apps and meeting new women. The problem is that John is an alcoholic, unemployed, and overall not a good person, obviously. Not even. His late wife went through a lot because of him, and the relationship was very unhealthy. John lives in another country, but he often visits ours because his late wife was from here and he dates women from here. Recently, I visited a close friend of mine. We'll call her Lucy. She's been single for a long time and has had difficult experiences with past partners. Because of that, she struggled for a while and avoided dating. During my visit, she told me she had met a very charming and kind man and that they were planning to get married. From what she said, I realized she was talking about John. I was happy she started dating again, but I couldn't let her marry someone like him. I told her the truth that he has serious issues, doesn't work, and is not someone who would treat her well. I warned her that she could end up in a very bad situation. She was shocked, but promised she would end things with him. A few days later, John called me asking why Lucy wasn't responding. I said, I don't know. The next day, he called again while drunk, accusing me of ruining his chance to get married and saying I would pay for it. Now my husband is asking me to apologize and fix the situation. He believes John might change if he marries Lucy. But I don't believe that. He didn't change even when his wife was seriously ill. I'm honestly worried for Lucy, especially since he could take her to another country where she might not know her rights. I believe I did the right thing. What do you think? There's 2 edits. Edit number 1, English isn't my first language, so I hope everything is clear. Edit number 2, all 4 of us are of the same ethnicity, where it is rare to marry someone who is not of the same ethnicity. We are a very small nation in terms of numbers, and that's why there are applications and websites that are just for us. That was the edits on it. Doesn't really add anything to the story, but what do you think? Am I the asshole for possibly ruining my husband's friend's only chance to get married?
No, throw them both in the fucking trash. God. That dude, you know when I was talking about passport bros? That's that guy.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's guy.
True.
He's a piece of shit, and he can't get anybody in a country where he's familiar.
Yeah.
Because everybody there recognizes off the bat that you're a piece of shit. So you go somewhere where it's unfamiliar. You trick this woman into thinking that you're something that you're not.
Yeah.
So you can marry her and then swoop her away to another country where she probably doesn't know her rights. So you can snatch up her passport and just keep her there as your fucking concubine? Disgusting.
Maybe.
And then your husband's like, oh, you should apologize. Fuck you too. Throw them both in the trash. You marry Lucy. Go live a good life together. Yes. Oh, I'm so mad.
Oh, that's funny.
I hate him. I hate him.
Oh, God. Now, I never pick stories that I don't think any of the stories we've ever covered are fake. I think they're all very real. This one, I question a little bit.
It sounds a little unrealistic.
Yes, because exactly. Because how did Lucy link up with John like that?
Yeah, that edit at the end when that's what really kind of did it for me when they're like, oh, we're all from the same country. I'm like, I thought you just said that you weren't from the same country, but you're not from the same country.
Oh, I don't know. I think he just moved out of the country, but I'm not sure. This is the
Either
only
way.
one that I've been a little suspicious though.
Okay.
But if it is real, if this is a real story, because like I even looked at the comments before I added it to the list of the ones we were going to cover for this episode. I looked through the comments to see if anybody else kind of hinted at that or kind of got the same vibe, and nobody said anything.
Okay.
So I was like, well, maybe this is a real story.
Maybe, okay.
Maybe this is a super fuck story.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because that shit does happen.
Absolutely.
But that wouldn't surprise me at all. It's fortunate and unfortunate that he ended up linking up with your friend. Fortunate for her that she is your friend and you know what he's about.
That's a very small world if it's true.
Yeah, Yep.
So
I stand by my original rant.
So obviously my verdict's obviously not the asshole, of course. So was Reddit's.
Yep.
And I got the top 3 comments. People don't magically change after marriage. They just bring their problems into it.
Yep.
Which is, I mean, the case for every scenario. Not the asshole. Friends help friends dodge bullets. Major red flag that your husband is siding with someone who just threatened you.
Yeah.
Not the asshole. And you should question why your husband is friends with a guy like that and why he would want some friend of you to marry that guy. Mm-hmm. All valid concerns. If the story is true. Mm-hmm. I have never questioned one of our stories, but this is one where I'm just like, this is a little fucking wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. I would absolutely if this dude I forgot about the whole threatening part. Absolutely, even more so. Throw them in the fucking dumpster together.
Yeah, and then your husband wants you to apologize. Like what?
No, why don't you go apologize?
I don't know what country they're from, but. Not okay. That was our last one. What did you think about this week's Am I the Asshole Files? Our first one.
I got riled at the end. That was fun.
Yeah, usually I'm the one that gets riled by these stories.
I think it's pretty even.
I guess so. Yeah,
I guess it depends.
That one really tipped you over the edge, though.
Yeah, well, because they're fucking gross. God.
Before we wrap up, we want to let everybody know we want to hear from you, whether you agree, disagree, have some topic requests, or maybe have your own Am I the Asshole or even a feel-good story. We want to hear about it.
Yeah.
So feel free to drop a comment, send us a direct message, or email us. All links are available at our website, which is therantingpodcast.com.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add before we wrap up?
Let us know what you think. I mean, you just said that. I don't really have anything to add.
Yeah, let us know if you like the, I think there's a lot of people that kind of, I guess like levitate towards, the Am I the Asshole stories. Like they're drawn towards it. And I think doing the 4 back to back may, I don't know.
It's a nice opportunity for some conversation. I've been trying to I try to respond to comments. Sometimes it's so hard.
There's so many. There's so many.
And then next thing I know, it's been 2 days and I'm like, should I still respond?
That's true.
I think that there was a couple that I did respond to. It was like a week later and I was like, well,
you just got to understand that there's not only just the YouTube comments, but there's thousands of Instagram comments. I know.
Well, one thing I found too is that now that we're both linked up on the accounts, that sometimes when you go through the comments, it removes the notifications on my end. So I don't see all of those. So some of the comments that you went through and I didn't see those. So then I'm like, fuck, man. So now I'm like, I'm about to just start going through on my personal account and just do that.
There's sometimes where I go through each video. I'll just go down the line of the most recent to, I'll go down 10 videos because obviously we can't do all of them because there's 100 and something, almost 200. Yeah. But I'll go through and I'll just click newest and then I'll scroll a little bit and make sure that if there's anything that needs responding, but you can't respond to every comment.
No.
There are thousands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
I try to like everybody's to we read this, we saw it. But
no, I've taken back some of those likes, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you say some slick shit in those comments, I'm taking that right the fuck back. Yeah. I don't care.
That's so funny.
I don't give a shit.
Anything else you want to add before we wrap up? As far as your episodes or anything?
No, I mean, like I said, I hope everybody enjoyed the House of Villains episode.
Oh yeah, that's 81.
And yeah, if you didn't, also let me know.
Yeah. I think it's going to be pretty popular, you would think, because it's a popular show. So I'm excited to talk about the competitions.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it fun and funny and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
There you go.
Let me know.
I like the idea of doing 3 to 4 episodes a week, though. I think that'll gain a lot of traction.
I think
like that,
it could be fun.
Yeah, fun for us too.
As long as it doesn't get overwhelming, I'm down.
Yeah. All right, you good?
I think so.
All right, that's it for us. If you like the show, feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see everyone next week.
Yay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.